Here we are. Good evening. How's it going? Okay, we are going to be starting a new project tonight. Now, I don't know that these are going to last too long. Theoretically, they should be nice, quick, and easy. So I dropped a little hint on my Facebook, and I don't know that anybody caught on to it unless you were part of the stream last week. I did an impromptu and I was showing off what I wanted to do. Okay, so here we go. My hint was something along the lines of, what does my husband's toolbox have anything to do with Mandala dots? And that's what it is. I went and stole some washers from my husband's toolbox. Now, these ones are brand new. I opened up a little package that he had of, stuff that didn't fit other projects and went on a little bit of a raid. These are the two biggest ones that I found. I've got some other smaller ones, and unfortunately when I tried to paint these, I had some black paint that I was going to use for the base. Kind of some, I don't know if I want to say it was leftover stuff, but when I opened it, it was a little bit thick, and I'm like, well, okay, but it should still be fine for the base coat. And I don't know if you can actually see this, but it was terrible. These ones I just left the way they were. These ones I went ahead and washed off, and I repainted them with fresh paint. And with these, I also did use the glass medium that I use for all my other projects, because it's such a slick, non-porous surface that medium will help the paint adhere. Now, I don't know that I'm going to cure these at all. I doubt it. I'm really, really, really doubtful, because I'm actually probably just going to go ahead and resin these. Hey, good evening. How's it going? Glad you got to make it. Yeah, so like I said, I think I'm going to resin them. I'm actually going to try out some new resin too, but that unfortunately doesn't come until next Monday. I've got it mailing to me, but maybe I'll get it sooner, maybe not. We'll see. I'll finish the project whenever it does. All right, so that means that I can pretty well use the paint right out of the bottle this time. I don't have to do any pre-mixing. I did just I stole a piece of my daughter's construction paper, some purple, just so that these wouldn't fall off into the background. I did go ahead and mark these. I don't know necessarily that I'm going to use the marks a whole bunch, but I did mark them with chalk, just regular old chalk. Normally when I do stuff on black surfaces, I use my charcoal pencils, but the charcoal pencils were a little rough on this, and I was afraid it was going to scratch it, so just to be safe, I used chalk. So that'll come off nice and easy. Just got to be a little careful when I move stuff around. Colors. I've been a little bit back and forth. What did I do with my paper here? I'm going to try it out, and I'm going to record it and kind of see how it goes, because that's a new brand. The colors that I was playing around with this are essentially, I think I want to do the deep burgundy, which is the top one. I'm going to move this back just a smidge. Okay. So this top line is this beautiful deep burgundy, and this is my absolute favorite color in the entire world, is that dark and the magenta. I'm thinking I want to go with the deep burgundy. I have my go-to, the champagne gold, but I also have my rose gold, which I think always complements these magenta and dark burgundy colors really, really well. So I think I might use that instead of the rose gold, or even the silver that we used on my vase, white and beige. So It's going to be kind of Valentine-y. Not that it was intended to be, but I think it is going to be kind of Valentine-y. Okay, so let me get some paint in the palette. I'm gonna get this one shook up real good. Ugh. This one seems, let's see, this is some of the black that I had earlier in my palette. I actually just didn't clean it out. That's all. Okay, so there's that. Then I've got this buttermilk. That'll look nice. I like these two colors together. And I don't know, like I said, I've got the white. I'll put a little in here. I don't know. We'll kind of see if I use the white or if I just default, because that silver that I bought for this one that I was using on the vase, it's such that beautiful pearl color. I didn't even realize that that's what it was going to look like, because the lid certainly doesn't give that hint. The lid looks just really strong silver, but I really like it, so I think I'm probably going to use it instead of the white. Okay. All right. So there's the basics. You know, you know what, did I keep the bottle? It was just paint. Yeah. See, so a long time ago when I first started dotting, I got these paints because they were like a cheap thing. I don't even know what Ink Labs is. I've never actually seen their brand before. But this is what I started with. And I don't even remember what the texture was like when I first bought them, but that's what these were with. And it's kind of clumpy and sort of thick, and the texture was just funny. So then I just went to the apple barrel. I went back to what I know works. So what I'm gonna do, let me put this. Okay. All right. So again, if you missed it, yeah, but when I used this, I did go ahead and add the glass medium to it as well. Just because, again, this is kind of for all the slick, non-porous surfaces, so it doesn't necessarily have to be glass, just any non-porous. So, and that worked really well. No problems at all. Here I was trying to get, I don't know, not even think about it. Just trying to use what I had. And that didn't work, so. Okay, so I've got a pattern in mind. I don't know that it's actually going to come to fruition. We will see what these washers tell me, but let's see. Let me start with something kind of small. My daughter came in here and was playing with my tools. She always has so much fun doing that, except she got them all mixed up. I do have them laid out when I want to paint something. All nice and in order by size. La la la. Okay. All right. Now we're good. Okay. Yeah, my daughter cannot resist every time she comes in here. She's got to play with something. So, you know how that goes. All right. So where do we want to start here? I think I'm going to probably do, let's see if I can get maybe a really small dot ring around here. Let me start with that. You know what? Let's start right away with that silver. Let's see how this is going to work. Now, I actually don't know. I don't think these should move at all. don't think I should have any problems with the washers trying to run away on me. But I'm gonna use a real light touch here if I can. I don't know what I started out doing there, but okay. I'll just get some of these put in. It's gonna be so tiny. She's 7 already. How many parents have you ever heard say that? Already? Oh my God, where does time go? I tried to teach her to dot. Oops. I tried to teach her to dot as well. Several, I don't know, 20 times I've tried to get her to paint with me. And she will, let me get out my little Q-tips here. She takes the tools and she uses them like a paintbrush. She has no concept of, you know, just dotting things. She's like, paint. Oh, no. All right. Well, I'm gonna remove that whole, oops. I'm gonna remove that whole thing. Because I was not paying no attention. No, I really wasn't. Okay. Let's try to do that again. Oh, father time. Seriously slow it down. Yep. And they really just grow up right before your eyes. I mean, there is no stopping it. Like you blink and they're out of the house. So I don't even know. That's better. Okay. Oh, I've got sparkles all over me. But yeah, maybe someday she'll come around and maybe she'll want to do it and maybe she won't, but whatever. She's always asking me to make her things, so try to indulge her every now and again. She's seen these washers when I was painting them, the black, and immediately she's like, oh, do I get one? Am I gonna have one? Do I get to paint one? So yeah, that's always kind of fun though, to maybe entertain the interest if she's gonna have it eventually. All right. That looks a little better. Okay. Now, one thing I did learn the hard way when I first started too, was that when you do a project that you want to actually have something match, do it at the same time. As stupid as that kind of sounds, when I first started, I did this set of 5 little miniature terracotta pots. And I did them in like 3 different sets of colors, which is really nice, except my smart butt did them one at a time. So I did the full first one, like in the color purple, and then I set it aside. And then I picked up the second one. I was like, oh, what tools did I use? I kind of forgot. Well, that's okay. I'll just look at the first one. And I did that for all 5. And you can't really tell if you look quickly, or if you looked quickly. They're long gone now. You couldn't really tell, but oh my god, yeah, I messed that pattern up so bad. I have no idea how they even looked similar by the time I finished. It's much easier just, you know, to do like I'm doing here. Okay, I picked up this tool, I did this particular pattern, I did this circle on it. Let me do that exact same thing on this one. So, yeah. All right, there we go. Put a little ring there. Watching is more fun sometimes, you know. Plus, with baking, hey, you know, what's the point in getting your hands dirty when you can eat them? Okay, let's see. What size do I want this? Oh my gosh, this is so tiny. Do. I'm gonna probably get away with a whole lot of stuff in here. So. Okay. All right. I am. For some reason, it's a little off. I don't know. I don't think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. I wonder if I goofed my guideline there somehow when it was rushing along. The rejects are the best. Ah, yep, exactly. In the beginning, my daughter did not want to help me bake at all. She just wanted, you know, obviously to lick the bowls, right? She wants to lick the spoons. But now she gets really upset if I don't let her help, so. Yeah, that combination, the dark burgundy, black gold, one of my favorites. I love this combination. It's so pretty. Okay. There. No, that's right. There's a. What did I do? Oh. Yeah, this one needs to come down. when I was doing my chalk lines, I think, oh, whoops, that pulled off a little bit of paint. We'll live. Yeah, I think when I did my chalk line, I must have moved my stencil. You know, I wasn't 100% sure what I'm gonna do with them. Like I said, originally I think my idea was to do like a wind chime. Take multiple of them and get them tied up and do a wind chime. I have seen, though, I did go peeking through some stuff, and I did see a lot of people turn them into jewelry. Bracelets and necklace charms and keychains and stuff, so I don't know. I haven't quite decided. All right, so let's see if I can get some of this burgundy in here. Thank goodness that chalk wipes off. Goodness. I'm just going to try to ignore it. I did not do myself any favors with that. Just going to pretend they're not even there. Okay, let's get some locked dots in here. And these are so itty bitty. They're hard to see, let me know, and I'll zoom that in. We'll see how these turn out, though. I mean, they may or may not be what I envisioned. Yeah, these are itsy bitsies. Wipe that off. I did do a little bit of a zoom in on the camera before I started, so hopefully it's big enough. Okay, what is up with you? So paint on there. Okay, there we go. There. One of the things that I found with these tools, with the Happy Dotting Company ones, though, is that sometimes what the heck? Sometimes when I dip them in the paint, like the paint doesn't even stick to it. Like it acts like they're wet and kind of just doesn't hold. I don't know. Maybe that's a me thing. Ooh, that's tiny, tiny. Chalk line. All right. Yeah. So I did a 1.5 for the top, and then a 1, and then a 1 for the locked. seen a lot of people recently getting these tools, so. We'll see what everyone thinks. I keep wanting to turn the paper and not my little lazy Susan. It's funny. So there's that. They're a little messy. Okay. The dark is already, or the maroon is already turned very dark. It should be drying up. Okay, let's go over to maybe what, a 2? Let's see. Maybe even a 2.5. Yeah. They didn't just come out, but I don't know why. I don't know why there was such an influx. Okay. Exercise that. Where is my trusty nail art tool for some swooshies? All right, let's do some silver swooshes. Gotta be really careful. Extra light touch. Yeah. And you're gonna see this on, when am I gonna post that? I literally just finished a video that's gonna post later this week about the tool stuff like that. Because seriously, every tool brand is different. I'm really surprised, and that was one of the things too that I liked about the Happy Dot and Company ones, was the fact that they are the sizes are not just like random, whatever the company decided, they're, actual millimeters. So there's not really a conversion needed. I was really considering Mark's mandalas, but then I realized that, yeah, no, they're not marked. They're not marked in millimeters. So that was not a selling point there. Got quite a bit of a mix of music tonight just because I decided to try something different. This is supposedly a playlist that is kind of for art craft kind of stuff. So, well, I don't know. It's a little bit of everything. Yeah, I don't really feel like I need to have the two tools with these particular swooshes, just because they're so small, but honestly, it's just more habit than anything. Yeah. You could just dot and drag these. Be easy enough. They're tiny. There's that one. Hey, Darlene, how's it going? Doing something different. Yeah. And then after this, I've got a couple of other things too that I want to do before I go back to my vase. I don't know what part I'll stream and what part I'll record, but you know, it'll all be out there. You know, what was I doing that? Completely too close to me, like half of the side of the screen, sorry. Okay. All right, oops. No, okay. Thought that was completely smudged, but it's kind of a weird look because of the chalk lines are not where they're supposed to be. You know, the little nail art tools, like the bigger versions of these ones, are really nice for doing the small swooshies. I like those. Couldn't do one with the flat tool though, if my life depended on it. All right, so let's see. We're not gonna have a whole lot of room on this one. I actually underestimated how much room actually it's gonna have on this thing. Let's cover here. I don't think I'm gonna have room for much, so let's see if I can get another, maybe let's do another swoosh right here in the center of these. Get some more color in. Just the right end of my tool though. Yeah, look how dark that is already compared to the other. Yeah. I can go back in these little spaces and I can probably get some micro dots in there. And then get some, I don't know if I want to do silver or gold for the top. I guess we'll see. It's drying really fast. Can probably even do top dots here in just a minute when I'm finished with this. Just get it all done. It's no wonder people use like the 5-inch ones or whatever. I don't know. I painted the backs. Painted them. Likely. Yeah, I think I'll probably just duplicate the pattern on the back. Especially if I'm gonna continue with my idea and eventually turn these something like into a wind chime, then yeah, I'm gonna have to, you know, one hanging out. So yeah. Let's get some itty bitty ones in there. Yeah. Yeah. The dark colors are so nice, but right with the dark color, yeah, just like this one. I mean, it almost blends right back into the black, so you really have to make sure you have the top dot, something to really bring it back out again. Or do it the other way around. You know, do a really bright color and then like a black dot on top of it. So it kind of darkens the look of it. Am I even gonna have room to do anything here? Let's see. Wow, I don't even. Not really evenly. And kind of get a dot in on either side of these. There's a little bit more space there than on the other side, but I'll just get in what I know can fit all the way around. If I do it on one side and then it doesn't fit on the other one, that's just going to annoy the crud out of me. Get this right on the edge. Oops. Yeah, this one's not too bad. This burgundy? Yeah. Some of the smaller ones that I have, I don't know, like I said, if I'm going to get real much of a pattern on those at all, but I could do those with the magenta. I think now that'll come out really good too. Okay, so I've got those in. Now, do I want... I have the rose gold and the champagne. I'm thinking the rose gold will probably look fine. It does. Okay, let's see. Let's see how rose gold looks. I'm gonna use just the thread out of the cap because it's much anyways. Let's see. What size do I want to try to get in here? It's not often that we get a top dot right immediately here. But yeah, so small. It's drying up real nice. Is it 2? Let me go up to maybe a 2.5. Okay. And I want to put a top dot on these two. Let's see which ones are dry enough. Let me get this another good shake here. This paint. It kind of looks like a 4-leaf clover when I look at it from a distance. Sort of look like a heart, and then it looks like a clover. I don't know. All right, that one. That's like it. That's That's a really good idea. Yeah. Hey, March is not that far away. I mean, seriously, it's already the 16th of January. I'm already thinking about Valentine's Day. I'm already doing stuff for Valentine's. Well, yeah, March is not that far. All right. Yeah, I don't think I can fit anything else on here. I'm just taking another look at the top here. I don't think I really want to try to squeeze something in, but all right. Let's see. I'm gonna scooch in a little. It looks a little messier close up, but hey, not too bad, right? All right, I'm gonna zoom. God, again. Come over here. All right. What did that take? Oh, about 45 minutes. That's not bad. No, that's not bad. Yeah, and this really, really turned out nice and dark. I was afraid it was going to be kind of a little light and fuzzy. Man, if I had known I was going to get through it that quick, I would have done these. I don't know what I'm going to do with these now, though. These are so tiny. I don't even know if I could get a full, like, walked dot on there. Not even, I don't know. And these ones, yeah, like I said, I've got to get this paint off. See, and it comes right off. It's just that whatever brand it was. Oh no, just yeah. The two larger ones I actually took to the sink. Just a little bit of soap and water, and the paint just sloshed right off. So, but then again, I didn't even, because I knew that I was going to resin these in the end. Originally, I didn't even decide to do the glass medium on them. I'm like, well, who cares? It's not going to come off. That's amazing. You know, you can buy the washers that are black. They're actually colored. They're a lot more expensive. I actually looked at that because I was curious about maybe if I like this enough, maybe I'll do it more often. I think it could be, I mean, if you wanted to, I think that it could be one of those things that you could sell. You know, I think that people would be interested in because it has a use. That's one of my bigger pet peeves when it comes to mandala art. And I know it's not really practical per se, but you're not really going to find me doing a whole lot of stuff like rocks, because I just never, like, what do you do with rocks? To a certain extent, they're beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous art. And you can scatter them around your garden and you can give them away and you can sell them, but what do you do with them? I mean, that's my own personal thing. I like the idea of art that has a function, you know, art that isn't just going to sit around all day, every day, that you may or may not look at. I like the idea of something that has a function and a use and a purpose, that's going to be part of your day-to-day, you know, like the jars. That's one of the reasons I kind of liked doing the jars. I like the idea of being able to reuse them and purpose them, and, you know, have that art and that beauty in your home, not just whatever. So, all right, so I'm just going to clean these off and then I'll repaint them with the apple barrel, with the good stuff, quote unquote. Just get this off there. I mean, it doesn't even feel right, this paint. That's what you get for trying to use leftovers. I have the stuff all over my desk, aren't I? Yeah, and as soon as those are dry, I'm gonna get this stuff off. Let's see if I can pick that up. I might actually have to refer back to this to the stream to remember what tool sizes I used for the back. Look how easy that comes off. So once I get a fingernail in there, it just slides right off. Yeah, no, that's absolutely the same. I actually came upon mandala art when my daughter was a baby. You know, when she was a baby, when she was, you know, maybe 1, even 2 years old. It was one of the things that I started doing at night, is trying to put her to sleep with repetitive things. White noise machines and stuff never really worked, but I would put on a video of fish, you know, on YouTube or whatever, and she would knock right out. And it came across as one of the suggested videos. Someone, you know, doing the mandala art, just someone painting, I think it was rocks at that time, you know, just painting to music, you know, one of the sped up videos that are popular. And yeah, that's what got me hooked, because I was like, you know what, that looks pretty simple. I think I could do that. That's not bad. I do, but not like super actively. The ones that I find I think I can part with, and ones that you know, I think someone else will like, because I still do a lot of stuff with colors maybe that aren't my favorite, you know, but I do them because I want to experiment, I want to try something, so I will sell them. I've sold a couple of things, mostly local. I'll go on Nextdoor and I'll put some stuff up on Nextdoor. That's the easiest because I don't have to worry about shipping and people paying me and things. But yeah. I have some friends that I'm gonna make some stuff for. Eventually someone's going to ask me to make something for them, custom. It's coming eventually. So, but yeah, I'm not opposed to selling them. I think these you can even probably turn into keychains, huh? Once you... I just don't know how you would... I don't know, I would have to look at that because they don't have like a hole through them. They just have the center there. So I'm not really sure how you would go about making them into a keychain. Would you just maybe put a leather strap on them like you would a necklace or a bracelet? All right. Not getting much art done tonight, huh? Geesh, my nails. All right. I think. There. Okay. All right. Did I finally? No. Every time I turn around, I'm like, dang. Yeah, leather straps. Oh yeah. Yeah. You know, for me, because it's crystal, I don't, it's funny because in the group, I'm there on both my page as well as my personal profile because Facebook is a pain in the butt and won't let me do a lot of things under my page, which I don't understand. So there. Yeah, Susan, that's exactly what you kind of have to worry about because then even doing videos and stuff that I do, I worry a lot about the fact that, okay, well, I know people need this or want this. Am I going to have fun doing it? That really has to be the answer. There, okay. There's still a little bit of black in the center that I don't think I can get out of there. But at least now I can repaint them. Okay. And they do have a front and a back too. So I want to make sure front side gets clean. Okay. These ones should be dry enough for me to lift up. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. You can kind of tell on the back they look. The front is a little bit lifted and curved, not by much, but they are. So yeah. I think I like especially the rose gold with this deep burgundy once it's dried. I think that complements it pretty well. I'm happier with the color combination that I thought I was going to be. Darlene, minus with a K. Yeah. Minus K-R-Y. Yeah. The other thing about doing custom work is that you have to work with somebody else's ideas. They don't always match yours. And then at some point, no matter what, at some point you're going to end up sacrificing, you know, your fun all to it. Yeah. There you go. All right, let me check at the... Okay, what I'm probably going to do, I think This is completely dry now. Yeah, the black that I used. I have, wow. That might be interesting. I was looking at the sizes of these just now and the way that these are. What I could do is, if I do want to make jewelry, I could take these smaller ones and put them in front. I don't necessarily want to touch it right now, just in case it's still wet enough that it gets scratched. But I could take these and thread them through the middle, because they're just the size of that ring of dots, or that opening, and have that sit there, and do something that's going to match this pattern and kind of extend it here, so you kind of have that 3D effect. You know, you have like 2 layers. Oh. Right. I don't know if I want to. My only hesitation tonight is the fact that I would love to get them painted all kind of at once, like I did with this one, because it takes just minutes once I actually do get them painted to dry, because I just do a super light layer and I go over it twice or 3 times. But every time I'm using the glass medium and then mixing the paint, and the, you know, both sides, the paint in the palette and the paint on these are drying so quickly, that if I fill up a well right now and I mix the paint, I'm going to be able to do one side, and then I've got some other things to do tonight, so I'm going to step out, and then I'm not going to be able to, yeah, that's just going to be a waste too. So, you know what, I just thought of something. Let's do it. I'm not even going to hesitate right now. All it's going to do is make me change my mind. Okay, I'm using more, just like I did in the black. One thing I did do differently is I used quite a bit more medium than I normally do. This paint color is going to be quote unquote wasted anyways. So, guess what I'm going to do? Get out of the way. Dum-dum-dum. Where's my paper? Where's my paper? I had to get up for a quick sec. There we go. If you ever paint something like this, ooh, wax paper. I'm gonna scooch these out of the way and flip this over. Make sure that I'm on the correct side. Into that one. Initially, try not to get any in the center hole. My fingers here. And I don't care necessarily about any lines or how thick or anything the base coat is, because literally all it is for me anyways is just a way for the next layer to stick. So spread out to the sides just so that it kind of runs over. Okay. Yeah. These are fun. Especially like so when I'm not trying to get into the center. Okay. All right. All right, and let's see if I can get on the edges a little. The good thing is on this one, that's why I like the wax paper when I'm doing any kind of base coat stuff, because then I can just peel it off. I never have to worry about it sticking to paper, having paper remnants or whatever, newspaper or something. I've done that. And I've had newspaper stuck all over my stuff, and then I was really mad. One time I did it on a napkin. I was painting on a napkin. Oh, that sucked. That sucked. I'll tell you what. That was hard. I just had to wash everything off and ripped napkin everywhere. Okay. All right, so much there for a base coat. I was definitely going to do these black, but you know what? Especially because I like that idea of putting one in front of the other. All right, I'll leave that. That I feel comfortable leaving for a few minutes and then coming back in and finishing. Yeah. And then what I'll do, I don't know what to do with those though. These might be too small. I'm wondering if these are really too small to paint. The answer really is no. I'm sure that there is some way to paint them, something I can put on them. I just don't know what to do with them after. Yeah, and you know, it was one of those like McDonald's napkins, not even the good sturdy ones, but like the ones that just disintegrate. Yeah. Oh, that's stuck everywhere. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the paint off of this. I'm going to take this yucky black off all of these. I can paint these silver. Or should I do black? Because if I can maybe try to put these together. I'm going to have to buy something, I guess. Maybe, I don't know if I want to turn them into jewelry. I don't know. My mind keeps changing. But if I want to do something kind of like I was thinking here and kind of layer them, then I could take these and do the other color. You know, I could do the background silver maybe. I don't know. It's an experiment. Maybe I should go on the Nextdoor app and ask all the men in my neighborhood, like, hey guys, you know, do you have a bucket of old washers sitting around in your garage that are just rusting and you don't know what to do with them? Can I have them? The chances of me actually getting a reply and actually getting something are pretty high, actually. Might. I know my dad was one of those people, like, that would keep every nail and silly little washer and everything. And not organized either. Like, he'd take apart a piece of whatever the heck he was working on and just throw it in a bucket, right? So, and that bucket would be sitting somewhere for decades. I'm sure that I could find somebody to give me some washers if this turns out to be a real thing that I want to do, but it's fun. It's cool, the things that you can find on Nextdoor. See? Yep. Told ya. My husband is not a handyman. Like I grew up a handyman being, you know, but he has his share of stuff too. Okay. Us women are like that too, but we don't keep parts. We don't keep nails and washers and things. But we will keep every single button that comes with every piece of clothing and every jacket that we've ever owned. Obviously, you know my habit. I keep every cool jar that there ever is. You know, we have bags that have nothing but bags in them. Right? I mean, we have our own stupid quirks. We have our own hoarding tendencies for stupid things. There is that drawer in our kitchen, or that place in our pantry, that holds every stupid thing that we've kept for the last 3 years. You know, that electric cord that belongs probably to, you know, a blender that we haven't had in 15 years, right? Or whatever. So yeah. Yep. I have a little bag, a little Ziploc, like one of those little like specialty baggies that you get. I can't remember exactly where I got it, and I'm trying to think of what I can relate it to. Kind of like those silk bags that you get like jewelry in and things like that. I have one of those bags with all of the buttons in it, and yeah, it has probably every button that came with every coat and every dress shirt and every you know, pair of slacks and stuff that I've ever owned. Yeah, that's a good idea, use them for scrapbooking. I should give them to my daughter. She probably love that. Yep. But at least the stuff now, you know, for a lot of it, I mean, you know, oh my gosh, with the buttons, I'm gonna have to find it. I actually found the other day, I was scrolling through and I can't remember where it was. I actually seen somebody that had attached buttons to their dot project. It was a dot mandala, and I think it could have been on a rock, and they added buttons to it. They did. They had them as, instead of like top dots, they had buttons. And I found this really, really cool, which is something that I want to try sometime, but I don't have. I found there used to be a lady that I watched on Twitch who makes art out of old watch parts, like steampunk kind of art, out of watch parts and gears. And it's beautiful, wires and watch parts. And not long after I started watching her, I just ever so happened upon somebody in one of the groups that I'm in that actually made a dot mandala piece with gears in it. It was just, you know, on canvas, where they had attached some gears to the canvas and then had painted around them. And it was the most beautiful. I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, I like that kind of, that steampunk look. I thought it was really, really, really pretty. Very, very, very unique. All right, I think I might be able to get a second layer on my things here. Actually, I'll probably just flip it over and do another layer there while my paint's still wet. This one's taking forever. I thought I was going to be done with this already. Almost. Okay. Yeah. I think I saved a picture of it somewhere. Maybe I'll post it on my page or somewhere eventually if I find it again. So let's see. See, comes right off. Wax paper. I'm gonna walk out of here and having this red paint on my hands. Husband's gonna freak out, thinking I sliced a finger off or something. I don't know if you guys have actually ever seen me do this. Sometimes I include it in the videos, I think. Sometimes I don't. If you ever do a jar, not that I know that you guys ever will, but especially if you're painting the jar and you have this kind of like leftover paint that you know you're gonna throw away that has the medium in it, do your jar lid with it. Because that, just like I'm doing here, that the medium that you use on the glass is super nice to have your base coat done with. Ooh, stay. Me, I am the least talented person in the entire world. I am like the least crafty. My daughter's a million times better at any kind of crafting and things that require imagination. Because I suck. I can do some things, and I've come up with some things that surprise me with dots. But that is the farthest extent of my artistic capability. Okay. Alrighty. Edges. And then I'll finish this. You guys have any suggestions what I should do with the third ones? The third set? Should I make them black background, or should I do like the silver or the beige? I'm undecided, so if you've got a suggestion. Alright, I think that's good. Alright, then I'll come back and do that at a later date and time. Yeah, I'm heading out too. Absolutely, Susan. Well, you have a great night. Certainly appreciate you stopping by. All right. Like I said, I'm going to leave these to dry. I'm going to let that do its thing. I'll work on these tomorrow or whenever. And then next Monday, I will go ahead and do the backs of these and maybe see where we go with the rest of this. Ooh, knock it all off. All right. But thanks, guys. Yeah, have a fantastic night. I will catch you again next week regardless, and maybe sometime before then. Have a good one.